Good evening, everybody. Tonight is a very special night in the history of this franchise as we recognize the Red Sox Hall of Fame class of 2012. This year, we induct 7 legendary figures in Boston Red Sox history. We are also proud to recognize one of the most memorable moments in Red Sox history, the final day of the 1967 regular season that clinched an impossible dream. And now, let's welcome the Red Sox Hall of Fame class of 2012. Our first guests are descendants of a legendary figure in Red Sox and Fenway Park history. In the early 20th century, these grounds were a marsh, not a ballpark, but the team's owner at the time had a vision for the Fenway neighborhood that few others shared. He built a ballpark that has lasted a century and also gave this team its signature nickname, the Red Sox. Here tonight, as we honor their grandfather, are the grandsons of the man who built Fenway Park, Red Sox Hall of Famer John I. Taylor. Please welcome Ben, David, and John Taylor. John I. Taylor helped build the core of a Red Sox dynasty that won 4 world championships during Fenway's first decade. And our next inductee was a key member of Boston's dominant pitching staff during that era. This southpaw arrived in Boston in 1913 and won 14 games with a 2.39 ERA. But he would make history in his sophomore season with an 0.96 ERA, the lowest in modern history. He is also the only man to throw 2 no-hitters for the Boston Red Sox. Here today, as we induct Dutch Leonard, please welcome his grandnephew, David Leonard, and his great-grandnephew, Stephen Leonard. Like Dutch Leonard, our next inductee was one of the most outstanding pitchers in Red Sox history. This right-hander began his career in 1941, but served his country before returning in 1946. He helped lead the Red Sox to the World Series and won Game 5 against St. Louis. His best season came in 1947 when he won 18 games and recorded a 2.95 ERA. He was an All-Star in 1948 and still ranks among the Red Sox career top 10 in wins, games started, innings, and shutouts. Please welcome the daughter of new inductee Joe Dobson, Pam Garcia. This next gentleman began his career with the Red Sox in 1970, and no one has cared more about every square inch of this park. He came to Boston after serving as the groundskeeper for the Washington Senators and the NFL's Washington Redskins, and has applied his remarkable knowledge to this beloved ballpark for more than 4 decades. He currently serves as Director of Grounds Emeritus and continues to take care of the seating areas in which you all sit. Please welcome a Fenway Park institution, Joe Mooney. Joe is joined by his wife, Donna. Our next honoree began his career with the team relatively early in Joe Mooney's tenure. This second baseman debuted in 1982 before locking down the full-time job in 1984. He became one of the American League's most dependable middle infielders, hitting .278 and playing stellar defense over a 9-year career. He ranks among the club's all-time leaders in several defensive categories and also put together one of the most spectacular postseasons in history, hitting .433 and setting a record with 24 extra base hits during the 1986 postseason. When the Red Sox won the 1986 pennant, this man was the MVP of that memorable series against the Angels. Please welcome the newest member of the Red Sox Hall of Fame, Marty Barrett. Marty is joined by his wife, Robin. The year after Marty's tremendous postseason, this 5-tool outfielder began his career in Boston. He burst onto the scene in 1987 as the first Red Sox rookie to hit more than 20 home runs and steal more than 20 bases. He helped the Red Sox win division titles in 1988 and his All-Star season of 1990. He moved on to the White Sox after the 1992 season en route to an excellent Major League career. But he returned to Boston in 2004 and finished his time in the big leagues with the club that broke the curse. Please welcome back Red Sox Hall of Famer, Ellis Burks. Ellis is joined by his wife, Dory. Perhaps no one's more identified with the grit and determination of that legendary 2004 team than our next honoree. He started his career with the Red Sox organization and came full circle after an outstanding career in Baltimore, Houston, Philadelphia, and Arizona, including a world championship with the Diamondbacks in 2001. He returned to Boston in 2004 and led the team with 21 victories in the regular season. But he made his most lasting impact in that year's postseason. You all know the story. A 3-0 deficit to the Yankees, the start of a comeback in games 4 and 5, but a matchup at Yankee Stadium in game 6 loomed. With a detached tendon in his right ankle and blood seeping through his sock, he heroically pitched his team to victory in game 6 and put the Red Sox on the doorstep of the World Series. In all, he went 3-1 that magical postseason, helping to clinch the championship that Red Sox fans had long awaited. And he won 3 games again in the 2007 postseason, leading this franchise to their second World Championship in 4 years. A century after John I. Taylor had decided to call his team the Red Sox, this man, known for the bloody Red Sox, cemented his legacy as one of the greatest clutch pitchers of all time. Please welcome this newest member of the Red Sox Hall of Fame, Curt Schilling. Curt is joined by his wife, Shonda. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a hand to our entire Red Sox Hall of Fame class of 2012.